friends, it is our math lesson time. So today we are going to learn how to be a superhero, and we're going to get a new superpower. What do you think our superpower is going to be just by looking at this picture? What is she holding? That's a clock. So we're going to be learning how to tell time. All right. When we tell time, there are two different ways that we can tell time. We can use an analog clock, like this white clock, where it has hands that move around. And we can use a digital clock, where it reads the numbers. The digital clock is also like the clock that we have in the corner of our computers, that we see what time it is. So why is it important for us to tell time? When we can tell time at school, we'll have powers to be able to tell when it's lunchtime, when it's recess time, and when it's time to go home. So we can look at the clock and know those things. When we can tell time at home, we'll have the power to know when it's time to do homework, when it's time to leave, and when it's time to go to bed. Let's sort some ways. Let's see how long something takes. So whenever we are talking about seconds, it's really fast. Like when I snap, that's really quick. So like opening a door takes seconds. Minutes are a little bit longer. So like playing a game would take minutes. But hours is a long, long time. When the clock goes all the way around, that's an hour. So when we're baking a turkey, it takes a really long time. What about cleaning up a mess? Is that something we can do fast? Does it take a little while or does it take a long time? Usually it just takes a few minutes. What about if we go for a hike? Can you do that in seconds? Is that fast? No. It could take minutes, but usually it's going to take probably a couple of hours. What about if we turn off a light switch? Is that something we can do quickly? Yes, that takes just a couple seconds. What about making a sandwich? That would take a few minutes. All right. What about this one? Sweeping the floor. Can you do that really, really fast? Maybe, but probably not get very clean. What about hours? Does it take you hours and hours, so long, all day? No, so probably just a few minutes. What about plugging in a cord, like to your computer? Does that take all day? No. Does it take just a few minutes? Or can we do it really fast? We can do it really fast. All right, what if we're flying in a plane? Can you fly from one place to another and it be really fast? No. You got to spend a few hours on that plane to get where you're going. All right, what about blowing out a candle? When you blow out a candle, is it really, really long? Or is it really, really fast? Or is it in the middle? It's fast. We can blow out a candle and it's just gone. Just almost instantly. Last one, taking a ride in a canoe. I don't know if you've ever been canoeing, but it's very hard and it is a long time. So it's going to take us hours to take a canoe ride. All right. So let's look at different ways that we can talk about time, where we can tell time. Analog clocks always have the numbers all the way around. And they have hands that move around the clock. The digital clock has the numbers with two dots called a colon in between. So they're on our phone. They could be on like a watch, like Miss Wooley's Apple Watch. So those are the differences. Analog clocks have hands. Digital clocks do not. All right, let's look at an analog clock. It is all messed up. The numbers are not in the right spots. So let's first talk about the hour hand. The hour hand is the short hand. It moves every hour. An hour takes 60 minutes to go all the way around. The minute hand is long. Think about the word minute. It's longer than the word hour. So we know a minute, the hand is long. So let's fix our clock. The number 12 is always at the top. Then we're going to start with number, what? 1. Then what comes after 1? 2. Then we have, good, 3. Then after 3 comes 4. What's after 4? 5. Then I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now our clock looks like a normal clock. So we always have 12 at the top, and then we start at 1 and go all the way around. And we know that our minute hand is long and our hour hand is short. All right, let's fix the analog clock. We know the pieces. The hour is the first thing. Then we have our dots to separate. That's called a colon. Then we have the minutes on the other side. So this analog clock says 11 o'clock, and so now the digital clock matches. So let's fix this one. The hour hand is pointing at the 3, so we know the hour is 3. Then we're going to separate with the dots. And our minutes are 0 or o'clock. Now our clocks match. All right, let's look at telling time to the hour. When a new hour begins, the minute hand points up to the 12. Always, 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 we know that that means o'clock. Then we look where the hour hand is. Well, this one's pointing at the 4, so it's 4 o'clock. So we can change it to 4 o'clock. So when the hour begins, the minutes start back over and say 0. So remember, it can say 4 o'clock. So when the minute hand points straight up in the sky, when he's pointing at the 12, it means o'clock. All right, let's look at these. They've given us the digital clock, and they want us to match the hands. So on this one, we have the 8 is pointing, the hour hand is pointing at the 8, and the minute hand is pointing straight up because it's 8 is the hour and o'clock is the minutes. When the minutes say 0, the minute hand goes straight up to the 12. So let's look at this next one. It says 6 o'clock. So where is my hour hand pointing? Good, it's going to be at the 6. So I'm going to have him, he's short, and he's going to point at the, maybe Miss Willie can get him. Let's see. He may just have to not work. Let's see. There we go. All right, so he's going to point at the 6, and I'm going to draw him shorter because he's the hour hand. And my minute hand is always going to point up at the 12 because he's o'clock. So when we tell time to the hour, our minute hand is always on the 12. All right, this last one says 10 o'clock. What is the hour? Good, it's 10. So I'm going to have my minute hand pointing at the 10, maybe. Okay, 10. And then my minute hand is always going to point at the 12 because it's o'clock. So when we tell time to the hour, the minute hand points straight up and the hour hand points to the number. That's the hour. All right, let's do a few more practice. So this says 7 o'clock. They have our minutes. It's pointing straight up because when it's at the 12, it means o'clock. So what's my hour? 7. So my hour hand, my short hand, is going to point at the 7. Good. All right. The next one says 4 o'clock. O'clock gives me a clue that it's going to be up at the 12. My long minute hand points up at the 12. So my hour hand is going to point at the 4 because it was 4 o'clock. Oops. So 4 o'clock. Last one is 2 o'clock. So my hour is the first number, so 2. And my minutes are 0, so my minute hand is going to point up to the number 12. All right, let's try with the digital clock. The digital clock, the hour goes first, then the minutes go second. So let's look. Where is my hour hand pointing? Good, he's pointing at the number 9. So the number 9 is my hour. And I have my 2 dots, my colon to divide. Then where is my minute hand pointing? Good, at the o'clock. When it goes to the 12, it starts over. All right, the next one. Where is the hour hand pointing now? Good, at the 5. So my hour is 5. And where is my minute hand pointing? Good, up at the 12. So it's going to be 0. This is going to start over. Oh, this one's tricky. Where is my minute hand? When is my hour hand? He's pointing at that number 12. So my hour is going to be 12. And my minutes are going to be 0 because my minute hand is also pointing at the 12. So it's 12 o'clock. Good, so we will work on telling time to the half hour tomorrow. But for today, remember, the hour hand is short, the minute hand is long, and for when the minute hand is pointing at the 12, we know the minutes start over and it's o'clock and it reads 0.